to the channel. I'm going to take a moment to explain why I have to take something out of my diet for right now and not eat it for a while. And I'm hoping that what I'm going to explain, if you're in the same situation, I'm hoping it can help you out as well. Yes, about a couple weeks ago, I decided to have some pizza. I wanted to do the carnivore pizza. I hadn't had that for a while. I thought, oh boy, it sounds good. So I decided to get the recipe to make the pizza crust from Chris Cookie Nashville, which has got cream cheese. It has Parmesan in it, and it's kind of like a cloud bread type crust. You know, it was good, but also you have the mozzarella for your cheese topping, and I ate almost the whole thing. But also, unfortunately, I also eat cheese now and then with it, and I had quite a bit of cheese, and I gained almost 10 pounds. I was down, below 280. I was like 278, 279. I was like, going to have a great weight loss for January. And that following week, when I weighed myself, I gained 10 pounds. This is the biggest fluctuation I had. And I'm like, why did it fluctuate? I mean, I ate carnivore and all that. Well, cheese, dairy can hinder your weight loss, hinder your journey of losing the weight, or also if you have the non-scale benefits, it causes inflammation. Some people inflammation, and if you eat a lot, it can be devastating. Even though it's just a setback to you, it could be devastating. It was almost devastating. I'm like, oh, this is the end. But then I'm like, well, what did I do? That's why it's so important to journal. I journal everything I eat. So as I look back this following week, I had not only that pizza, and I ate almost the whole pizza, but one slice. And that's one thing about it is cheese kind of is like a addiction, and it can be too addicting because it's just like sugar. It can be addicting, even though it's classified as carnivore. Sometimes it's no carbs, but also dairy is one of those that can hinder your weight loss if you're on this journey, or hinder if you are reason why you're on carnivores for some other benefits. My reasoning why is not only I was wanting to lose the weight, but I also wanted to have the pain go away because I was having arthritis in my left knee. I had my hip, my lower back, and it was hindering my job. It was hindering me, and I was getting depressed. Not only I was gaining the weight, but I couldn't be able to do it, and I was relying on my tech for a lot of things, and I shouldn't be like that. I'm 47 years old. I'll be 47 this year. I was 46, 45, 46. I still should be, go, go, go. But no, that's not the case. That's the reason why I went carnivore. It's important to journal. That's why I journal. And so when I looked back at journaling, I noticed, and not only that, I also ate a lot of cheese. Granted, that following week, I had a tub and shower wall replacement, which is physical. And granted, it wasn't as painful, but I did notice the inflammation that whole week. My hip was not functioning right. Granted, I do have a damaged hip. I don't know if it's permanent, but I noticed as I'm not eating the cheese and I eat more like red meat, like fatty red meat and more fat, I noticing that I have more of a great success. If I eat towards lean or I eat more cheese, I notice and they have a stall. So that's why I decided I am going to take the cheese out of my diet for a while until I get to where I can do the maintenance. And if I can't control that, then I'm not going to probably eat cheese ever again. And that's the reason why I want to make this video. So if you are in the same boat and you're trying to figure out why am I getting the success, why am I not getting the weight loss, and I'm eating 100% carnivore, well, this is why you journal. Journal your food, journal your weight journey. What is your why? You put that in there, journal. What is your why? That's the reason why I journal. And when I look back, I noticed that I had a lot of cheese. And when I eat the cheese, and notice when I look back where I had cheese, I never had the weight loss success. When I didn't have the cheese, that's when I had the success. So that's why it's important to me. I want to take that cheese away, and for now. And so I started. This will be today. I'll put the video the 12th. Yesterday was the first day that I decided I'm done with the cheese. I'm going to eat the fatty red meat. When I eat chicken, I'm going to get the fattiest cut of chicken, like chicken thighs. Make sure I eat the skin. And if I do the boneless, skinless chicken thighs, I will bacon wrap so I can have that extra fat. I believe that the more fat we have, the better we're off. More of the fatty red meat, because the one thing about protein, you can have a lot of protein, and that's great because our body needs the protein, but that protein is turned into a certain sugar. It has to be converted into a certain sugar so it can be converted through our insulin as fat. And that's pretty important. But the fat is our fuel, not the protein. So we have to have the fuel, and that's what we run on. And if I feel more successful with eat more fatty meat, like burger or some good eggs, and bacon, and if I do cook, cook the chicken, I want to make sure it's cooked in like tallow or cooked in bacon grease or a render lard, and so that way I can get that higher fat ratio. So my challenge now to finish this goal, because I am down since day one. I'm 200 days now on carnivore, and so now I want to be able to get to my goal weight between 210 to 220. That's where I want to be. Um, and I feel that's a healthy weight for me at 6'3". That's where I should be at, not where I feel I should be, not where they think I should be. That's where I feel I should be, because that's probably the best where I'm going with. But the one thing that I do enjoy about this carnivore diet is it's a life changing event. It's not a diet. I'm not using this as a diet. And that's one thing is if you're using the carnivore as a diet, you're going to fail. We all fail. I failed right here at this. I failed when I when I added cheese, I didn't get the results. So, I stumbled back and I failed. But no matter what, the biggest thing is not to give up. So, if you get to where you're not getting the results, you're getting depressed, and you thought this is hopeless, the biggest thing you don't want to do is give up. That's the biggest failure. We all fail, and it's okay to fail. We're not perfect, but that's the beautiful thing, that we can learn. Our brains are reprogrammed. We can learn, say, okay, what did I fail? Why did I not get the results this week? Look back in your journal. That's why it's important to journal. I journal, I look back, I had a lot of cheese. That was my biggest downfall. So now I'm back down, and I'm actually lower than where I was 2-3 weeks ago, before I had this mess up and this stall and this weight gain. I was close to that weight. Now I'm back. It's because I ate a lot less cheese. I ate a lot more fatty meat, because now, I love ribeye steaks is my favorite, and I'm never going to get away from that. I'm always going to have that. That's my favorite. But with the prices and stuff, and to be a little more affordable, I decided I'm going to go more with the ground beef, and just have a treat of ribeye steak or something every now and then. But mainly, I eat a lot of ground beef, and the one thing now I'm starting to learn, that if it's a little bit more, medium or medium rare inside, it's even better. You're not cooking it all, just get that good sear. And I found out by doing that, it tastes a lot better to me. And I add some nice sunny side up eggs, or over easy or over medium eggs to that, and have that yolk. And that to me is now some of my favorite way. And sometimes I'll add crumbled bacon to it. I may make a smash burger, but that's pretty much my go-to now, is pretty much I'm staying more of the Dr. Berry BBBBNE, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Maybe a little bit of chicken every now and then. I'll have some pork rinds, but pretty much my staple diet for right now till I finish will be the BBBE for a while. And if you see in this video, I'm hoping this video will help you out if you're in that same situation I was in, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to encourage you through my story and my mistakes and my fails to hope that it helps you out. As I was talking about, fails and failures and struggles and stuff like that, especially on the carnivore diet, we also spiritually, we can fail. We spiritually can struggle. There's trials, errors, sins that we can struggle with. And you know what the good hope is? That we have a good shepherd that will tend his flock, and that he wants to hear your voice, and that he pursues you, and that is Jesus. And so I'm going to read John from John chapter 11, and it's about Jesus talking about the good shepherd. I do apologize. I have to have my glasses on. I am trying out a new ring light to try to get better lighting for my videos. And so if you see a white ring as I put my glasses on, I do apologize for that. I don't want to, catch you all off guard. So as I read, I'm going to get my glasses on. I'll read John, started at chapter 11. Jesus says, I apologize, verse 14, chapter 10, verse 14. I am the good shepherd. I know my own sheep. They know me. Just as my Father knows me, I know the Father. So I sacrifice my life for the sheep. I have other sheep too that are not in this sheepfold. I must bring them also. They will listen to my voice, and there will be one flock with one shepherd. That's a beautiful, encouraging verses to hear there, especially when you have hope, you have the faith, the trust with Jesus. Jesus is the good shepherd. Jesus is also the way, the truth, and life, and no one comes to the Father except for through him. And so, if you're going through these struggles, battles, sin, whatever it is, we all sin, we all fall, we all fail. The beautiful thing is, don't ever give up. It's the same thing with carnivore. You stumble, you backslide, you fall off, get right back on, continue. Because the biggest failure that you can do, anything, even no matter what in your Christian life or a carnivore lifestyle, is just to give up. And if you give up, then you're going to fail and you're going to fall away. And all that success that you had, especially with the carnivore diet, the weight loss journey, all the pain away, the medicines that you reverse, it's all going to come back and you're going to have to start all over. That's the beautiful thing. Even with your faith, you stumble, get right back up, dust your knees off, and continue, because Jesus is going to pursue you and pursue you and pursue you. And if you hear his voice, or he's going to hear your voice, no matter what, continue, never give up. And always, let's be kind, be positive, have a good attitude, encourage, and support one another. You'll have a great day. God bless.